Welcome to Visual Basic Tutorials. Today we are going to talk about the data and connecting data to your program. From another vision, I'm going to talk about how to create a database and how to connect the database from your program and login, save and search, find and even delete records from the database. The database type is going to be .mdb, is the extension, so it's an access database. The new thing we are talking about today is that I'm not gonna to use Access, the Microsoft Access at all. I'm gonna to create database from Visual Basic, and I'm gonna to log in from Visual Basic 2. First of all, I'm gonna to create the database. The database tool creation is gonna to be from Aaron's Visual Data Manager. This window will appear to you. You're gonna to say File, New, Microsoft Access, version 7.0 MDB. Where you want to create the path of the database, I'm gonna to make it, for example, in the partition F in a new folder, and I'm gonna to name that folder data. For example, I'm gonna to log in, then type the database name. I'm gonna to say, for example, database 1, and the extension is .mdb. Save. This is the structure of the database. I can make a lot of things. This is the SQL statement. I'm gonna to, first of all, what could I do? I want to make a table or to create a table, then click main or properties, then select new table, I'm sorry. Table structure, this is the table name. I'm gonna to say students, for example, and I'm gonna to add field. That field and its name is gonna to be student name, sorry, and type is text, size is 50. Okay, this is okay. Close. If you wanted to add other fields, you can make it like that. For example, student address or student, for example, I'm gonna to code to make it from here. From the point we can say something. If you want that code to be just a number, you can make it single or double long, as you wish. If you want it to be a text, you can select a text. So I'm gonna to talk about text because we could make something new, is not be a text only or numeric only. We will see that. So I'm gonna to say okay, close. So we, in the table which is called students, we have two fields. The first field is student name and the second field is student code. Okay, after I fill that and I typed all the fields I want, I am gonna to say build the table. This is the table. These are the fields we made, student name and student code. The structure is like you see, size 50, and if you wanted to know more about the field purpose, it's all here. Okay, now we had the database created. I'm gonna to enter new project from Visual Basic. Then I'm gonna to add a data control and connect the data control with the database I created. There is an important thing I want to say. The path. Try to make the path of the program is the same path of the database you created, because we will see. Now if I said, for example, we saved the database in F in the data folder, that is the database. Now I connected the database with the data control. I want to make the record source the table I created, so I'm gonna to go record source students. This is our table. You want to make sure that the data control is connected to the database. You can say run and you will see this activated. You can click okay. For example, what about the path I said about? Now the data control is connected with the database through this path. What if, just imagine with me that the program you created and the path is like this. When you give or you move your program or your application on another machine, it will never work unless the database is in the same position and the same path on the other machine. So we have a solution for that, to save the project in the same folder with the database, like this, data, and save the project in the same folder. You can even close all of that and start computer data project 1. But before that you have to close the project and reopen it from here. The solution is I want to see the project explorer. That's our form. One that prepares. The solution of that is, first of all, when I connect the database with the data control, I don't want it to be like the F, and I mean F by the directory. I want it to be direct, like that. I'm gonna to delete that. So my database name is database1.mdb directly, with no before path. Now I'm gonna to run to test if that works. Yes, it works really. So if you move that folder on any other machine, it will work correctly with no problems. Now I made the database, or I created the database. I'm gonna to add a text box and I'm gonna to name it student name then move it here, and another one, and another one with a label, and I'm gonna to make it steering address or code like we said in the database. I'm gonna to empty that text and empty that too. Now I got two text boxes. I want these text boxes to get connected with that data control. I'm gonna to say data source data 1, and the data field is steering name, and this too, data source is data 1 and the data field is steering code. Now they are connected. I want to add a new record. I'm gonna to have a command here, and in this button I'm gonna to add a record and another one to save. Okay, what exactly I want these buttons to do? That button I want it to say to that data control that I'm gonna to enter data here, and I'm going to inform you that the data here is a new record in the database. And when I click that button, I want this data here go to be saved in the database. So after, or double click here to open the code page, and I'm going to say data1 dot record set dot add new. What this means, data 1 is the data control, this is its name. Dot record set means the table. Dot add new means that the cursor of the database is gonna to be down for once to add the new record. Okay, in the save button I'm gonna to say data1 dot record set dot update. This means what? Means the data you have to go to the table and update the table with the data in these texts. Let's try that. I'm gonna to debug, add a record. I'm gonna to type John, and the steering code is 32. I'm gonna to say save. It's saved. I'm gonna to say add a record, for example and the code is 60, and the new record it's for example Todd, and the code is 45, and save. Let's see if this data was saved. Now this data control is connected with the database. If I moved between the records, this is Todd and this mine, this John. I now reached to the first record. This is the last record. This moves the cursor of the database a step forward, and this a step backward, and this is the first record, this is the last record. Now we know how to connect the database and how to save data in it.